Hey everybody, how you doing? Have you ever heard of a blue law? If you haven't, a blue law is a law that is outdated, but it's still on the books. I found some hilarious ones that I thought I would share with you. In Alabama, for instance, it's illegal to wear a fake mustache that causes laughter in church. And you wonder, about these laws, just not this one, but you wonder what happened that made people go through the whole process to make this a law. In Alabama, too, you may not have an ice cream cone in your back pocket at any time. So, stop doing that, or at least not in Alabama. And in Alabama, incestuous marriages are legal. So if you love your sister in a real special way, go to Alabama. In Arizona, hunting camels is prohibited. Put your gun away, because you're not shooting a camel in Arizona, or you're going to jail. Also in Arizona, donkeys cannot sleep in bathtubs. So get them out to the barn, not in your bathtub. In Florida, if an elephant is tied to a parking meter, the parking fee has to be paid, just as it would if it was a vehicle. So be sure when you bring your elephant to town that you've got enough change to feed the meter. Oh, and also in Florida, having sexual relations with the porcupine, it's illegal. I just have one word. Ouch! This one I love, and I think that it should be a worldwide law, but it's only a law in Idaho for now. It's illegal for a man to give his sweetheart a box of candy weighing less than 50 pounds. I love that one. Can you imagine 50 pounds of chocolate for Valentine's Day? Yeah. Okay, in Kansas, pedestrians crossing the highway at night must wear taillights. I don't know where you get those, but, mine would say wide load on it. Oh, also in Kansas. Okay, if two trains meet on the same track, neither shall proceed until the other passes. How does that work? If you can't proceed until the other yeah, weird. In Maine, no gorilla is allowed in the back seat of any car. So just the front seat. Okay. In Minnesota, a person may not cross the state lines with the duck on top of his head. You could carry it, tuck it under your arm, whatever. I don't put it in your back seat because it's okay in Minnesota, but not on top of your head. That'll get you in big trouble. Now, I'm from Montana, and here's, in Montana, it is illegal to have a sheep in the cab of your truck without a chaperone. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to go there. Also in Montana, 7 or more Indians or Native Americans are considered a raiding or a war party, and it is legal to shoot them. It's legal. So if you have a minivan, with the baseball team in it, the Native American Little League, it's okay to shoot them because they are considered a war party. And this bums me out. It's against the law in New York to throw a ball at someone's head for fun. I just did that last weekend with my little niece. She's 13 months old. But, it wasn't like I wasn't like pitching it or anything. It was one of those really soft balls. And she was not a softball, a soft ball about this big. And she was standing, and she's 13 months old. And I was just like dropping it on her head, and it would bounce up and catch it. And she was laughing. It was fun for everybody. This, I think, is another one that should be law everywhere. In North Carolina, it's against the law to sing off-key. My only concern is that I think that people who sing off key don't know it, because I can't count the many people I've stood beside. You know, if you're in choir, or you're in church, whatever, or you're in the car, you know, and your friend is singing along to the radio and they can't sing, but they sing anyway. Also in North Carolina, elephants may not be used to plow cotton fields. So, just remember that. In Ohio, it's illegal for more than 5 women to live in a house, because then it's considered a brothel. So if you have 5 chicks living together, it's considered a whorehouse. Whatever. In Oklahoma, dogs must have a permit signed by the mayor in order to congregate in groups of 3 or more on private property. So if some dogs come over to your yard, you know, they better all have their permit with them, signed by the mayor. And also in Oklahoma. Now, do y'all know where Oklahoma is? Here's the west coast, here's the east coast. There's ocean here, there's ocean down here. Oklahoma's up inland. No oceans around. And yet, there is a law making whaling illegal. They don't even have an aquarium in Oklahoma. So I don't understand. Also in Oklahoma, people who make ugly faces at dogs may be fined and or jailed. So, you know, put on a happy face when you see a dog. In Oregon, it's illegal to whisper dirty things in your lover's ear during sex. Who would know? But it's illegal. In Pennsylvania, it's illegal to sleep on top of a refrigerator outdoors. Who does that? How big is a refrigerator? You know, you're in a fetal position, get up, but whatever. Let's see. In Texas, it's illegal to sell one's eye. So, you know, don't even think about that. And this is a good one. Yeah, more states should take this up. There is a law that requires criminals to give their victims 24 hours notice, either orally or written. But they have to explain the nature of the crime to be committed. So if you get a knock on the door, or you get an envelope, you know, and this guy's there, yeah, so about 24 hours from now I'll be back. But when I do, I'm pretty much going to kill everybody, rape, murder, steal. I don't think people follow that law. In Virginia, it's illegal to tickle women. They didn't say anything about little kids. In West Virginia, it is legal. It's okay for a male to have sex with an animal as long as it does not exceed 40 pounds. I wish I hadn't gone there. I hope you enjoyed them. I think they're funny. I thought I would share it with y'all. Have a good night. Bye.